Imagine a world where Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, never died. What if his obsessive quest for immortality actually succeeded? How would history, society, and even the future of humanity be shaped by an immortal emperor?
Qin Shi Huang, the man who unified China, is one of the most famous and ambitious rulers in history. His accomplishments were monumental: the construction of the Great Wall, the creation of the Terracotta Army, and the foundation of a centralized Chinese state. But behind all that power lay a fear: his inevitable death. His paranoia about death drove him to pursue immortality. He drank mercury, sought out mythical islands, and sent explorers to find the elusive elixir of life. But what if he actually found it? If Emperor Qin had achieved immortality, the first thing we'd see is a much longer-lasting Qin dynasty. In our timeline, the Qin dynasty collapsed just a few years after his death. But in this alternate world, Qin's eternal rule could have solidified an even more powerful and long-lasting empire. With no succession crises or revolts against weak heirs, Qin could have focused on expanding his empire, advancing technology, and strengthening his iron grip on the nation. His military innovations could have continued to grow, and perhaps China would have become a global superpower much earlier in history, maybe even dominating trade routes like the Silk Road. Imagine a world where ancient China stretches from the Middle East to modern-day Europe. But immortality has its dark side. No ruler stays benevolent forever, and Qin was no exception. His reign was marked by strict legalism, harsh punishments, censorship, and absolute control. An immortal emperor with unchecked power might suppress progress and innovation. While some empires change and evolve through new rulers, Qin's rule could have become a nightmare of stagnation, where ideas are stifled, and rebellion is impossible. No one would dare challenge him. Revolutions would be crushed before they even begin. While the rest of the world advanced, China might remain frozen under the rule of one man, unchanged for centuries. If Qin ruled eternally, his influence wouldn't stop at China's borders. Would he have attempted to conquer neighboring lands like India, Japan, and beyond? Would the Qin Empire have dominated the world before the rise of the Roman Empire? Perhaps global history would look very different. There's a chance that Qin's long-lasting empire could have reshaped the world order. In this alternate timeline, the Western world might never have gained dominance. The Industrial Revolution could have happened in China centuries earlier. A world under an immortal Qin Shi Huang might look like a vast, interconnected Chinese empire where every major innovation and invention stems from Qin's China. But there's another question: what would immortality do to Emperor Qin himself? Living for centuries, watching generations of his people die, seeing his enemies fall and his empire rise over and over again, how would that affect a person? Some say immortality would lead to madness. Without death, Qin would experience endless isolation, trapped in a cycle of power with no escape. And with time, his paranoia might grow even worse. A ruler who never dies might become a tyrant in ways we can't even imagine. While immortality might make Qin unbeatable, human nature is rebellious. Could an underground resistance form? What if someone discovered the secret to his immortality and used it against him? An eternal ruler doesn't mean eternal stability. But with centuries of experience and absolute control over his empire, it's hard to imagine anyone stopping him. If Emperor Qin were still ruling today, what would our modern world look like? Would technology have advanced differently? Would cultural values be shaped by his unchanging rule? Perhaps the world would have one dominant superpower, Qin's China, and the concept of democracy might never have spread. In this alternate world, the ideals of freedom and individualism might not exist as we know them. And the world might look more unified, but at what cost? So, what if Emperor Qin's quest for immortality succeeded? Would the world be more advanced, or would humanity have suffered under his unchanging rule? History could have been drastically different. But perhaps, immortality isn't the gift Qin thought it would be. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring this what-if scenario, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more alternate history and thought-provoking videos.